Marc The Shark MMA Show.
Hi guys, this is Marc The Shark Ritorto, and welcome to the Marc The Shark MMA Show live on Twitch. I appreciate you guys keeping up and watching me. Make sure you follow. If you happen to have a Amazon Prime account, you can actually subscribe for free. And don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. The Marc The Shark MMA Show on Facebook, Marc BJJ Fighter on Twitter, and Marc_Ritorto on Instagram. And again, it's Marc with a C and not a K. And also don't forget to go to the website, MarcTheSharkMMAShow.com, where you can make a donation to help support the contest. And you can also get t-shirts and hoodies, kind of like this one that I'm wearing here. Not too shabby, right? And also don't forget that me and my daughter's got books that we have both written. Hers is called the Invisible Girl series. Mine, I have two. One's called The Cabal, The Saga Begins. And my second book, which is out right now, is called Marcus the Vampire. It's the first book in the Dark World Chronicle series. So check it out at www.ritortofamilybooks.com. All right, guys. When we come back, we'll start the show. I am sure you're going to love it. This week's episode is great. Make sure you follow me every week on this channel on Saturday. And don't forget that I also have a podcast, the Marc The Shark MMA Show, which is available on Podbean.
Guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and hit the alert button so you get updates. And also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
This podcast episode is also brought to you by Ritorto Family Books. If you're interested in great books for your children to read, get books by Kristina Ritorto. And if you're interested in action, thriller, suspense books, you can get The Cabal, The Saga Begins, or fantasy books like Marcus the Vampire, both written by your host, Marc The Shark Ritorto. Again, go to www.ritortofamilybooks.com.
All right, guys, we're back on the Marc The Shark MMA Show. Got special guests, but before we get started, I just want to make a quick shout out. You can get an autographed copy of my action thriller suspense novel, The Cabal, The Saga Begins, both at www.marcthesharkmmashow.com website and Ritorto Family Books website. Also sporting the Marc The Shark hoodie today. You can shop for that on the website as well. Today, however, today is a more very important day. We got a very special guest, Romeo Earving. How you doing today? How you doing today, Romero?
We doing all right. We doing all right.
So, Romeo, where are you from?
Danville, Illinois, 217.
217, man. How's it over there today? Is it a sunny day today? Is it raining out? What's the weather over there?
It's kind of chilly out. It's good. It's good weather for punching on the punching bag.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a little nippy here today in Jersey too. Yeah, man. So give us a little background information. Like, how did you get started in MMA and everything?
Oh man, it's been a rough path trying to get into MMA for me. I had to travel outside of Illinois. I had to go to Nebraska to get my very first fight. It was a loss. It was an L, but I gained a lot of experience. Made some new friends. Met a promoter. Had some good experiences.
Okay. Now, were you into martial arts as a kid, or were you a wrestler? Like, what'd you do as a kid?
I had a little rough upbringing. I'm more of a fighter, a street fighter. I got my skills on, banging on the east side of Danville, Fair Oaks, just doing my little thing on the streets. And then as I got older, I just honed my skill and thought I might be able to take it to the cage.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, so how long you been doing MMA for now?
Now officially, I've been doing it for 3 years officially.
Okay. Now, are you still doing the amateur circuit, or are you breaking into pro?
I'm I want to go pro. I want to go pro so bad, but obviously I'm just now figuring out that I need a few more fights under my belt. So I'm still at it. I'm still at it. I'm trying to get some opponents. I got a few promoters talking to me. I'm just trying to find opponents, trying to get back in the mix of things.
Okay. Now, what gym do you train out of now? Do you train in Nebraska, or you train in your hometown?
I train myself. Everything that you see or everything that you witness is all me. I mean, like I said, it's been a rough path for me, but it's all me. Everything is all my effort. No help,
Really?
no coaching. Yes, this is all me, all my backbone, all my hard work, all my will. I'm waiting to get back in the cage so I can get my W. It'll be my W. It won't belong to nobody else. It'll be mine. If I make it, it's me. If I don't make it, it's me.
So that's interesting. So how do you train yourself? Like, how do you learn like the jiu-jitsu aspect, the wrestling aspect, the striking? I could see, like, a lot of street fighters, they got a little, they're not afraid to get hit. They know, they're used to like dodging and stuff like that. But there's a lot of technique at it, especially once you get to a certain level in MMA. So how do you compensate for that? Do you have like a friend that you work out with that's a wrestler, and then you have another friend that's a striker? Like, how do you work that out now?
Um, my mindset, I really don't have a problem with the striking side. It's the wrestling and jiu-jitsu. That was that's my difficulty. So yeah, I have a friend that helped me with to help me get my. That's basically it. I'm using. I know what a real fight looks like. So I'm okay in the fight. As you can see, if you watched my fights, I have a very big problem wrestling and obviously submitting. So that's what I've been working on these past 2.5 years, is just trying to build up my wrestling defense and my submission defense. And I feel I'm close. I'm ready to get back in there and get this W.
Yeah, because I saw some fight on YouTube. I forget the organization, but it was, even though I'm assuming they probably have a professional circuit, because I forget the.
Cage the you
It
could
was
never you could
it was
never
like professionally done. They had a cage. They looked like they had announcers. It was streamed on YouTube.
caged aggression, caged aggression, caged aggression. Come on, you cannot. Everybody knows a caged aggression.
Actually, I can
It's
tell you right
out
now which
there
one I saw.
and about. You cannot.
I'll tell you right now which one it was. Uh, Hold on a second. Yeah, it was cage aggression. Yeah. So did they have a professional out?
Yes, caged aggression.
Do they have a professionals fighting on there too? Because it looked like we're very well organized. You know, I've
Oh,
seen some
Mike
amateur
Goodwin
fights
is out
where it's
there
just
doing
like,
his thing. Yeah.
because I've seen some amateur fights where it's just like a little shitty cage, something thrown
Oh,
together in a sheet, and then there's just the fighters are just lined
hey,
behind it,
hey,
go right out there.
hey, Mike Goodwin is out there doing his thing. He is setting it off, trying to put on the best show for these fighters. The fighters ain't putting on the show, but Mike Goodwin and Caged Aggression, they doing their thing. Mike, come on, man. You cannot, Caged Aggression. You heard of Caged Aggression.
Yeah. So how'd you get yourself on that one? Yeah,
Oh man,
like you didn't come from a big gym and you're teaching yourself.
no, I think it was I was a step in. I think somebody I don't know. I'm not sure. I called him. He he needed a fighter, and I'm a fighter, so I'm ready. I was ready to step up. I didn't get the W, but hey, that's what this game is all about. You win some, you lose some. I'm not mad.
Yeah. So are you doing this full time, or are you working full time and then doing this part time?
I'm a I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a stay at home father, so I stay at home with my kids, and I actually train my kids. I'm training my kids along with myself, and I'm trying to make this into a little family business. Raise the Irving name into the fighting business. My son, Romeo Earving Jr. I plan on him being one of the next little greats. I just got to clear the path for him.
There you go. There you go. So do you have any more fights lined up coming up soon, or you just trying to get something lined up?
I have any I haven't had anything concrete. You know, I'm waiting for something concrete. I like the show part of it, you know, the pictures, the face off. I love the whole ordeal.
Uh, well, what about getting another fight with that organization again? Caged Aggression, like maybe they can hook you up again.
Oh, oh yeah. Anytime Mike Goodwin's ready for me, you know, I'm not gonna he's the boss. He sets up the fights. You know, it's his show. You know, the fighters just put their names in a hat and he chooses, you know, which ones to put in the mix. Oh yeah, he knows I'm out here, I'm ready, and
Okay. Now, is there any particular MMA fighter that that's professional now that you kind of like try want to be like or emulate, so to speak?
emulate. I want to be better than Mighty Mouse.
Ah,
I want to be great. I want
that's
to
what
try.
you like. You like
Yeah,
Mighty.
yes. I'm 2 inches taller than him. I got a little bit of reach on him, and I'm that's who I base my. You know, I like speed. You know, I'm not much of a grappler. Obviously, I'm not much of a grappler or wrestler, but you know, that's what this is all about. We got to learn and grow.
Yeah. Now, do you got like wrestling mats in your house?
Oh no. When I wrestle, I usually go to my friend's house or a neutral ground, and you know we just usually get it in. It's I try to keep it basic. I try to keep it basic and really actually getting in the cage and trying to get this W.
Ah. Now, when you work on your wrestling, is he wrestling with you, or are you striking and he's trying to wrestle you?
Oh no. I try to separate the two because obviously, like I said, I learn my transitions. You know, what guard I like to be in. You know, I like to be in a butterfly guard, but I like to keep my mind state on striking because if you start grappling, you start getting into a defensive mind state.
Okay.
I don't want to be a defensive fighter. I want to be an offensive fighter. I want to be I'm an aggressive person, so I want to stay on the attack. Even when I'm losing, I want to always be on the attack.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I remember when I used to train, what I used to do is I used to we would do a drill. Like one guy would just be the striker, and then one guy would just be the wrestler. So he would try to take you down, or you try to take him down, and all the other guy can do is punch you. He can't wrestle you. He can't grapple you.
Right.
He can just strike you, and then vice versa. The guy wrestling can't punch. He can just wrestle. So I always found that to be a good drill. And then another drill that I used to do was from a striking standpoint, like one person, all he can throw is kicks. The other person, all he can throw is strikes. That's another good drill that we used to do. That's a good drill. You know, I'm just giving you some ideas, man. You know?
When I my very first when I fought at Caged Aggression, my opponent, he threw a head kick at me ever, and this is without any sparring, without any without any basic drill, and I dodged. I visualized the head kick, and I seen it, and I dodged it. So I'm like, I'm tackling mixed martial arts from a different aspect. I'm trying to do something different, because what I see from most fighters, what I see from other fighters, is that they have a drilled response. They have a trained response. It's probably because they go to the they go to the gym and drill it in every day. But street fighting response, like you don't know what's gonna happen when I get in the cage. I'm trained. I don't take any facial hits. I don't take any body blows. I don't take any any leg kicks. Yes. In practice, when I spar with my friends, I might take a few leg kicks. I might take a inadvertent strike. But I'm talking real, in a real fight. Like, this is competition. The ref says go. Everything changes. Everything changes.
Mm. Now, do your friends do MMA too? Are they MMA fighters too, the people you train with? Or there's one guy just like a wrestler and the other guy's like maybe like a boxer? Or just street fighters?
Oh no. I'm the banger. I'm the street fighter. They're jujitsu. They like to wrestle and submit, so they were perfect for helping me
Uh-huh.
train. They like to wrestle, and they're stronger than me, so I gotta keep a low stance, or they'll try to pick me up. Just helping me with my wrestling. It's hard to find somebody my size, 125 pounds, to wrestle with. But I know that if I can wrestle with somebody 135, 145, 155 and hold my ground, then 125 should be easy.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah. Now, what about like sparring your stand up? Do you do a lot of stand up sparring, or you just do
Uh,
wrestling and then wait to get into the cage and do your stand up there?
yeah, it's difficult with the stand up, because most of the guys that I stand up with, they have a longer reach, and I would never see them. I would never see that size difference, that power difference in a competition. In an MMA competition anyway. So it's kind of hard to do that, but I still do it, and just to get my visuals down, to get my reflexes, my reaction time, just to build up what I really need to have in the midst of a cage fight.
Ah, that's interesting. Interesting. So when do you think you're gonna turn pro? You think you need to get a year going or 2 years going?
Uh, in the state of Illinois, all you need is five fights to go pro in the state of Illinois. So I'm hoping to get these next three fights, hopefully all W's, and go pro then.
Okay. Now, do you have to win a certain percentage of those fights before you
Uh,
go pro?
no, I guess in Illinois it's just you have five fights, and if you deem necessary, they'll let you go pro.
Ah, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. In other states, it's a lot more difficult. I think you need more fights, and you got to have a win percentage. So I guess Illinois, I'm getting lucky, little lucky there.
Now, have you ventured out in other states other than Nebraska? Like, have you looked in Vegas at all, or I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I'm
I mean,
looked any. I've messaged as many places as I possibly can. Um, That's why I'm so grateful for Caged Aggression. They help. Him putting me out there on YouTube. I don't have to say much. I'm a fighter. I got my blood results. I'm a willing fighter. I'm an available fighter. There's a lot of fighters out there that won't fight other people. Like they want to stay close to home, or I don't know. I'm a fighter. I'm willing to fight anybody, anywhere, at any time.
I hear you. I hear you. That's good. So then, so that means you'd be willing to go anywhere. Have you?
Anywhere. I'm trying to go to. I would love to go to California. I would love to come up there to you guys, up to New York, and see how y'all chilling. Put on a nice little show for you guys.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
I might like my nice little stand up.
Yeah. Have you tried contact? There's an organization called Ring of Combat. You ever hear of it? They're out in Long
Hey, you ring of combat. You just told me it. I'm gonna remember it, and I'm gonna hit them up.
Yeah, yeah. The promoter, his name is Lou. I'm probably gonna butcher his last name. Neglia. Yeah, you know Matt Serra,
Ring.
right? That's where
Who?
Matt Serra, Henzo Gracie, black
Oh
belt.
yeah,
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 he
yeah.
came up through there. His student Peter Sells came up through there. Matt Weidman came up through Ring of Cage. Yeah, should hit them up. They're in New York.
Oh, I'm gonna
Island.
hit them up.
And then there's Cage Fighting Fury. I think it's called CCFFC or something. They're in New Jersey. There's like a bunch over here. Yeah. And then there's Jersey. There's another. I don't know where they're all over the place. Dead Serious Fighting's another one in Jersey. But I'm sure COVID has dampened the amount of events that they're putting out now.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? It took
yes,
the UFC
yes.
a little bit, and took Bellator a while to get back into it, but I think slowly but surely it's going to be coming more out. But yeah, so that's good, man. You got to get. So this is a good opportunity. You're on the podcast promoting yourself, so it's a smart move in your
Oh
book.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yes.
So now, if these promoters or fighters wanted to get in touch with you, like how would they get in touch with you? Like, what's the best way? Facebook?
Any Facebook, email, it's all on there. I made everything known. I don't have, I need a coach, a true manager, somebody that's I'm trying to go to the championships. I know I have to worry about my amateur career, but what I really need to be prepared for is my pro career, and that's what I'm trying to get ready for. My pro career, because there's only one. You only get one chance to be great. One loss, and you can't be great. I'm trying to be great. Nothing but greatness.
And what was your Facebook account again? So this way people can know what it is. Like, so when they watch this.
Oh, Romeo Earving. Romeo Earving.
Yeah.
Beastie is me.
There you
Yes.
guys go. Yeah. So if there's any promoters out there, I interviewed some guy. I just don't remember. Let me see if I can. It was called Shadow. I don't know if he's near you. Shadow, probably not. Shadow MMA. Let me just see if I can find him real quick. Let me see where. If you go on Facebook, it's called Shadow FC. That's the name, Shadow FC. Yeah, I don't remember what state they're from. It's a 352 area code. I don't know if that's anywhere near you, but I interviewed the promoter from that, and it was kind of interesting. They just take anybody. It's like they even train people, and if you're in their class and you want to try it, they just throw you in there and they just have a good time. and they stream it. I mean, it's not as organized as the ones you've been in, but you never know. But I'm pretty sure. And then the other one is popular one is King of Cage, but I don't know where they are in relation to. They have amateur and pro fights. Well, you could check it out, man. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna check them out. Yes. Yes.
Now, what other forms of promotion do you do to promote yourself? Do you have like T-shirts made up or websites made up or anything like that?
Yes, I got. Oh no, I got some shirts. I got some shorts. I got some people making some stuff for me. I mean, I'm I'm going hard. I'm trying.
Yeah, man. There you go. That's all. Well, Romeo, that's all I got today. It was great having you on the show. So everybody listening, check them out if there's any fight promoters and you're at 125, you said?
Yes, 125.
Anybody who needs a 25-pound fighter, check him out. His Facebook is Romeo, like Romeo and Juliet, Irvington. And right? That's how I remember it. And don't forget to check out While the Saga Begins, available at www.markthesharkmshow.com, or better yet, go to Ritorto Family Books. Check out the books I've written, my daughter's written. Romeo, it's great having you on the show. Look forward to seeing you again in the future. All right, everybody, we'll be back after this short break. All right, guys, we'll be right back, but first a word from our sponsors.
During World War II, I was in prison in a Nazi camp. I died there, or so I thought. Instead, I became a creature of the dark world. Now I fight to protect my daughter. I am Marcus the Vampire. The book is now available at Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com and RitortoFamilyBooks.com.
All right, guys, this week's episode is done on a live show. But if you happen to be listening to this in the podcast format, keep listening because there's more content to follow. All right, guys, see you guys next week.